An invisible killer is sweeping the world.
If it spreads unchecked, it's going to be a lot worse.
A pandemic now underway.
I am officially declaring a national emergency.
In a matter of weeks, COVID-19 has changed life as we know it.
I think we're kind of beyond the stage of worry.
Worldwide, over 15,000 are dead. 250,000 infected, and numbers continue to rise. And now, borders closed, schools shut down, cities on lockdown, and the global economy is at risk.
The economy was moving along just fine, and this boom, we get hit from the outside.
Past the point of containment, the virus continues to spread.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good evening to Sir Razman Hafifi bin Rizwan. Today I and my group member from L1 Group 8 want to present about our research. The title of our research is Estimate the Challenge of Contemporary Learning Method as an Alternative During Movement Control Order MCO. My group member is NURUL FIRZANAH binti RAZAKI, Nur AMALIN binti Abdul Aziz, NURUL AUNI binti ROHIMI, and Nur FAIDZATUL AISHAH binti ISMAIL. What is coronavirus? Corona disease 2019, COVID-19 is defined as illness caused by a novel coronavirus non-causable acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2. Which was first diagnosed amid an outbreak of respiratory disease causes in Wuhan City. It was internally announced to the WHO on December 31st, 2019. On January 13, 2020, the WHO announced the COVID-19 outbreak a worldwide health emergency. On March 11, 2020, the WHO announced COVID-19 a worldwide pandemic. It first caused decision since declaring H1N1 influenza pandemic in 2009. COVID-19 has spread all over the world as well as all facing the same threat and deal with our life. Here in Malaysia, the number of cases has grown so high. So the government has implemented the 2020 Malaysia Movement Control Order MCO. Started by 18 March of 2020, where all the citizens need to commit with the lockdown, minimize the movement, and with an objective to break the chain of COVID-19 from continuous spreading. This has led the IPTA student to lock down their self, and they are forbidden to come out to the campus for class. By hook or crook, the class still need to be performed. So the student has been introduced with the online platform of learning. It is being implemented for the student, no matter from school, college, or even university. Next, problem statement. Due to the COVID-19, all the citizens need to follow the rule of Movement Control Order MCO by locking down themselves in their house. There is no social interaction and students cannot attend any face-to-face class. So we need to implement the online classes activity to make sure the learning season are still going on. From this activity, there are few issues that has rise and need more attention for audience to solve. Some of them are problem of student internet coverage to attend the online class, the capacity to have the right gadget, the limitation of discuss on assignment, and cannot match the time of student and lecturer for class, and lack of focus. So what we will to find out the biggest challenge in online classes is by spreading questionnaire to all UMK students that currently facing the problem. Okay, I will pass to my friend.
Okay, thank you, FIRZANAH. My name is AMALIN BINTI Abdul Aziz. Today, I would like to talk about the literature review. The literature review to identify and highlight the important variables that are related to the problem. This chapter also explains the dependence and independence variable according to the study. Dependent variables. The dependent variables is the challenges of contemporary learning method. In online learning with no face-to-face, lecturers have unique tasks to providing adequate input for students in achieving their goals, for example, through Google Meets and Zoom. It makes a qualitative assessment and specific participatory more difficult. It is also lack of communication face-to-face. Independent variables. First point is coverage, cost and coverage. To attend online classes, students must subscribe to internet data. Unfortunately, not all students come from families with the ability to access internet easily. There are also areas where there is no good coverage, especially in rural areas. Internet speed very low. Students need to get out of the area and look for a better internet speed. Second point is time. Students need to spend some time to learning and studying. This calls strong awareness of how to use time wisely throughout the day. The online classes also does not follow the schedule. This will be a clash of classes with another subject. Third point is social interaction. Main challenges is the one-way conversation of most online classes. The informal social interaction with peers before and after classes help instill a sense of community and belonging. Students also have more direct connections with lecturers and can ask questions during classes to expand insight on a topic. This will affect students for more effective learning. Now I will pass to the next presenter, FAIDZATUL AISHAH.
Okay, thank you Amalin. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am FAIDZATUL AISHAH binti ISMAIL. So, I will next present the next part, which is for methodology. So, our research is a quantitative research where we use questionnaires and also observation. So, for our sample size, based on the Cratchit and Morgan schedule, we have decided that the sample size suitable for our study would be 338 students. So, for study instruments, we use Likert scale, which consists of scale from 1 to 5. So as you can see from the slide, scale for number 1 would be strongly disagree, number 2 disagree, number 3 neutral, 4 agree, and also number 5 strongly agree. So next slide would be data collection process. So for our collection process of our data, there are 8 steps. So the first one would be identify every data needed to achieve the objective of the study. Proceed to choose method of approaches where we choose to use questionnaires and also observation. So once we decided to use questionnaires as our method, so we create our own questionnaires through Google Form. And then once the questionnaires is ready, we spread them to the UMK Pekalan Chipper students, and the student will answer them. And once they have answered the questionnaire will be directly sent to our email so that we can check, we can monitor what are their respondents, what are their response and what their feedback. So from the result of the data through the questionnaires will be automatically calculated, and we will examine, study the possible and appropriate hypothesis that can be done through the data. I will pass to the next presenter, AUNI.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you to FAIDZATUL AISHAH. Okay, my part is discussion and conclusions. This research discuss about the effect and challenge of contemporary learning method as an alternative during MCO from student perspective. Okay, data has been analyzed and results show for the term of cost and coverage is the most influence. They face the problem time entering the online classes. They also agree that using internet data is burdensome. Mostly, they feel neutral with monthly internet data subscriptions, speed of internet coverage, satisfied with the internet access, and feeling suffer of the speed internet data. Okay, for the term of time, mostly the time management is a neutral level, but they are not available to attend any online classes. Student mostly not alert with the deadline and not available to attend any online classes. The term of social interaction is effective discussion and teaching method is in disagree rather than agree level. The limitation of discussion is strongly agree about it. Student confidence and reference material by lecturer is mostly neutral, which means middle between agree and disagree. Okay, conclusion show even though many of them is answering neutral rather than agree and disagree, the ranking of the results show that many of them is suffering having the online classes. Thank you. That's all for our groups.